Hello, this is Lydia, the lifestyle coach, coming to you with another live feed. And this is Eve. Hi,
Hi,
Eve.
what's your name?
You can type your name below if you would like to introduce yourself to Eve.
This is Mommy.
Yes, I am mommy to her. I'm not mommy to you guys, though. I'm Lydia, the lifestyle coach, and welcome and excited for our topic today. This is something that comes up a lot, you guys. And if you want to Okay, and if you want to tune in on Wednesdays, I will usually do a live feed for you guys on different sorts of questions and topics to just help you along your journey. And what we're talking about today is 3 reasons why intuitive eating just doesn't work. And this is something that comes up so much because it seems like such a nice idea. Like, doesn't it sound nice to just have like this scale of hunger and fullness and just stop when you're full and eat when you're hungry? And like, it all just sounds really wonderful. And it's all the rage, intuitive eating. But I'm going to show you guys today why intuitive eating just doesn't work and actually fights against you, and then what to do about it. So feel free to comment below about your experience with, intuitive eating, if that's something that you've tried, or just how these principles are resonating with you. But let's jump into it. So 3 reasons why intuitive eating doesn't work. Number 1, you may not have hunger and fullness cues. If you're binge eating, you may not have any sort of those signals. When I was a binge eater, if I were to go off of, and I tried this, okay, well, I'm just going to get in touch with my hunger and I'm going to stop when I'm full. It's like when I was a binge eater and I went off of how much my body was telling me to eat, I would have binged. Like, I had physical hunger that would not go away. I felt like I could eat forever and ever. And I did. I binged. I was a binge eater. I can eat an insane amount of food and still feel physically full. In fact, one big thing for me was that when I would feel physically full, like as soon as I would have the physical fullness feeling, my drive to binge eat would just go crazy. Like, I never felt more compelled to eat food than when I already felt full. So on the one hand, there was sort of this physical fullness feeling, but then on the other hand, there was this extreme hunger and drive, and I could never differentiate the two. All of my hunger and fullness signals were totally off. And when I felt hungry wasn't correct. It was just all skiwampus because my body was constantly trying to recover from these thousands of extra calories that I was just dumping on top of my metabolism. So if you don't have hunger and fullness signals, don't beat yourself up if intuitive eating isn't working, because that's based off of hunger and fullness signals. So even, 30 minutes later, after I binged, I could feel physically full. So when I was a binge eater, it was not something that I could trust. So that's number 1. Number 2, it makes it so much worse to have another wagon to fall off of. Have you ever decided to not eat sugar, and then you end up for some reason eating a little sugar? And then because you blew it, you said, well, screw it, I already messed up today, so I'm going to eat the rest of the cake. You fell off the wagon. You made a wagon to fall off of. And as soon as you do, then all of the rest happens. It's not the calories that take us past what we decided on, and it's not the food groups that we eat a little bit of that we said that we wouldn't eat that causes any sort of damage. What it is this is all your little reactions. They're so cute, you guys. Yeah, feel free to like or do whatever else. What it is that when we have this wagon that we're falling off of, the damage comes from all the rest, right? The 1 square of chocolate isn't what is killing our health. It's the 14 chocolate bars that we eat because we fell off the wagon because we ate one piece of chocolate, or 1 bar of chocolate, whatever it is. If there just wasn't a wagon to fall off of, it wouldn't be nearly so bad. So what intuitive eating does is it gives you another wagon to fall off of. And it can be the exact same thing. So let's say that you're looking to be lightly full, perhaps a 6 out of 10. And then after eating, you suddenly realize you're an 8 out of 10. And then it's, well, screw it. I already went past lightly full, and since I totally blew it today. Do you see where this pattern goes? So number 2 reason why intuitive eating just isn't effective. Number 3, you don't have to learn how to eat. You do not have to learn how to eat intuitively or learn how to eat at all. Once you get disordered eating out of the way, your hunger and fullness signals come back on their own. I would not believe this if it hadn't have happened to me, because I didn't know how many years since I had felt just like normal hunger and fullness signals. But it's amazing when you stop binge eating and you get all of the deprivation out of the way and you essentially put the things in place so that you're not in the cycle anymore. Your hunger and fullness signals come back. And it feels like magic. It feels amazing. I remember one of the first times that I felt the feeling of just like being full, and not full like, oh, well, now I'm full and now I'm going to binge. It was a feeling of, oh, I'm full. And because I'm full, like I literally don't have the desire to eat anymore. Like it would be unpleasant to eat more. That was a cool day, you guys. Like that was just like magic, magic, magic. And it's not hard at all. You don't have to do anything except get the disordered eating out of the way. So many of us think like, okay, well, yeah, I'll, stop my binge eating, but I've been a binge eater for so many years. How on earth am I going to learn how to eat again? How on earth am I going to learn how to be a normal eater? And a lot of times that will actually stop us from recovery because it feels so daunting to learn this thing that we've never known how to do before. But guess what? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to learn how to do anything because it's not hard at all. Your body already knows how to do it. It's like peeing when you need to pee. You just feel it, you take care of it, and it's obvious when you're done. Your body is so good at breathing your lungs and beating your heart and telling you when you're hungry and full. Think of how little kids eat, and I mean little kids before their disordered eating gets into place. It's like they forget about their food and they eat some and then they go and play, and then they'll just stop when they're full, even if it's like something like super delicious. They'll just be like, oh, I've had enough, like they don't force it down. So it's one of these things where your body is so good at just knowing how to do that. The best thing that you can do to get back to intuitive eating, also known as just letting your body take over a job that it's way better at than you are, the best thing you can do that is to just end the binge eating, end the disordered eating, and then just watch the rest fix itself. It is such a cool thing. With the amazing group of clients that I'm coaching right now, these are the celebrations that I hear all of the time. All these women saying like, whoa, I felt what it's like to feel full, or whoa, I felt what it's like to feel hungry. This is so cool. Or I got done eating half of this and then I just lost interest in it because I didn't want any more. Or I was just like going around and I realized it's been so long since I've eaten. Man, I'm starving. I've got to get something to eat. But it wasn't planned and it wasn't prepared and it wasn't freaked out over. Yeah, way to go. The comment says, end the restricting. Yep, that's a big piece of it too, right? You're stepping out of the cycle. So when you're not fighting against that, your body can just naturally do what it does. So the best thing you can do to get back to that place where your eating is natural and intuitive and just totally effortless is to end the binge eating. And if you would like some help, if this is something that you have been struggling with and you just want done in your life, you can go to lydialifestyle.com and you can book a free session. We have this available for you guys. There may not be, get on the waiting list if there aren't any available spots. I know that we fill up pretty quickly, but if you can find a spot, snag it, and you can have a free 45-minute session to help you to get the foundational step of how to end this, and to just get that momentum and get going and go in the direction of just being free again. You guys, food being an effortless thing is just really, really fun. And I wish that for all of you, and that's why we're here and that's why we do what we do. But don't worry if you are struggling with this, like it is okay. I had a woman graduate from my program a while ago who had been binge eating for 29 years. That's a while. It's not uncommon. That's a long time. And for her, she always did everything on her own. She's an intelligent, amazing woman. She's strong and accomplished. And she had just done everything on her own. So she's like, well, I'm just going to do this on my own. I don't need help. Like, she wasn't somebody who got help. But guess what? She stepped out of her comfort zone and she got help. And we started working together. And in literally a handful of weeks, I think for her it was about 4 weeks, she was completely done with her binge eating. Just done. And she's out of the cycle. And now she just gets to like go on and live her normal life because food isn't a big deal. So lydialifestyle.com if you would like a free session, and comment below with sort of your experience with these sorts of things. And so fun to see you guys, and we'll see you soon. Lydia, the lifestyle coach, signing off. Mwah.